Hello, you feather. Hello, featherless biped. Welcome to a very special episode of the Overclock Workshop. I think this is sort of where the road was leading. Really, I think we were going to end up here at some point. There was just no getting away from it. We need to address sort of the elephant in the room. The thing that needs sort of to be looked at the most. It's just so so bare bones in terms of mod selection, overclock selection. This stupid blue mineral called Dystrum. I mean, it's already got what, like, a good, I don't know, how many overclocks has it got?
It's got like 4 or 5, I think.
Is that it?
Which is on the lower end of like overclocks.
Yeah, it's got 4 or 5 overclocks, and they are pretty embarrassing. I think we're going to whip it into shape today. So without further ado, and these were all these were created as a. This is like the final pitch ones, except for Dystrum. So this was 100% collaboration between me and Tyler. What's that?
You're both equally passionate about all of the ideas that we're going to present to you today.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be honest. You probably are going to like the first one.
All right.
So a clean overclock for Dystrum. What does that even look like? Illumination. Dystrum now lights up, so you can actually fucking see it in the Azure world. I mean, Jesus fucking Christ, what were they thinking?
Yeah. I don't think it actually exists there. I think that's the solution to that.
I think it's just the soil, basically, is what it is. So yeah, I think this would really help. I mean, it confuses me a little bit because I mean, you know, Azure world's pretty. You know, I can't bother to pretend that. I was about to do a bit where I pretend that the Azure world's actually really like bright and like clear. I just can't be bothered. Either way, yeah, I mean, this. I think we would love to see this. Really, I mean, I don't think it breaks anything.
The best of times,
is it? Is it?
Yeah.
In the sandblasted corridors.
Alright, but even then, if you don't have lights going up the gaping walls in the sandblasted corridors, they are impossible to see.
Yeah.
And if you don't have a flare gun, it does get pretty rough.
I mean, like with a lot of the overclocks, it went through quite a few iterations. It sort of started as like, oh, maybe it like lights up when your laser pointer goes over it or something. But no, it's probably just light up all the time. Because otherwise you're never going to fucking see it. So that works, I think. I think that's a pretty solid get. I mean, like, you can't go wrong with this overclock, really. I don't think. No, certainly not.
Really good clean.
I mean, it's the best clean, actually.
Alright, cool.
Alright, do you want to know what the balanced overclock is?
Definitely.
Definitely. I was a bit lax on the naming of this one. It's called Rocky Blue Fuck. And sort of, it's quite. I think I did a good job with not the description, but the points here, because they sort of lead into each other, sort of one sentence. The positive and the negative. You mine an entire vein of Dystrum with one pickaxe swing by blowing it the fuck up, and it will probably kill you.
Oh right.
You know, I think, you know, having the ability to sort of do, you know, sometimes you don't get quite enough. Hold on. How would this work? I think the idea was that you would hit it and then it would just give you all the Dystrum, but you would also just explode. But I think that's a bit too on the nose. I think a bit too on the nose. Maybe it should just like because the original idea was every time you hit Dystrum, it just explodes. It's not actually about mining it. It was actually just going to be a troll. But you know, it's supposed to be serious. So, maybe it's like you hit Dystrum and it causes a thin containment field explosion. Maybe that'll do it. But then obviously it would send the Dystrum everywhere.
Yeah.
But that's the payoff. That's how you balance
loves.
it. That's how you balance it. No?
Yeah. And these need to be balanced. Otherwise, you know, there's not a chance to be added to the game.
Yeah, there's absolutely no chance. But when it comes with these videos, when it comes down to it, there's always one that rises above the rest as what we really want to see in the game, right? And I think for me, my heart lies with this next one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, the unstable overclock for Dystrum, Quantrite, turns all Dystrum into Quantrite because it's simply better. Unfortunately, this does mean that any mention of Dystrum will result in permanently being placed on cleaning duty and having your tongue ripped out because you're a heretic. Basically, don't talk about Dystrum. It's all turned into Quantrite.
No more Dystrum. Hoxie's spat out all of the Dystrum and replaced it with something significantly better.
It's orange. It's just orange. It's just orange. It's just very orange.
It's not fucking blue. Stupid ass blue.
Yeah, who the hell likes blue?
We already got blue. We got Morkai. We don't need another blue.
I tell you what, there's no orange biome.
Oh, Sandbastard's close.
Oh, it's like creamy beige or sand colour. And then hollow brown is very brown. And basically just, and then obviously magma, of course, got a lot of magma, but there's no orange biome. I think the Quantrite would fit right in, because it would stand out, and you'd actually be able to see it. But also, it's cooler than just having the Dystrum light up.
Yeah. And also, there won't be any Dystrum, so that's like another problem solved.
I mean, that's by far the biggest benefit of this, really.
Yeah.
All right. We can drop the bit now because it's the end. So yeah, I don't know what to go from here because obviously this was a silly, lovely, funny video. But just a shout out, basically. This whole video is kind of a shout out to DOG Historian. Not that he needs it, but it was. And it was inspired by the Dystrumverse thing, but it was like, ideally we would have done this before and potentially entered it to be featured in that video. But I'm pretty stupid. I'm pretty stupid, and Tyler, I guess you probably just weren't aware.
I may be stupid.
Of Dystrumverse 2.
So was there a Dystrumverse 1 then?
Yeah, it was last April. It was April Fool's last year. But it wasn't the same thing. It was different. Dystrumverse 2 was the collaboration. The first one wasn't. It was pretty good, though. It was like... Well, I mean, dear Historian, I think he's genuinely annoyed that they didn't use Quantrite instead of, like, as Phasianite instead. Like, instead of that. Maybe I should have done... No. Turning the Dystrum into Quantrite was definitely the best option, I think.
Best means.
Yeah. And obviously I'm not going to ask him to retroactively put it in, but this is just putting out there, this would have been our entry for the Dystrumverse. And also, by far the best episode of the Overclock Workshop.
That's not saying much.
That's not very... I think the final pictures have been pretty decent. Either way, though, it's not like we need to get this to 10 minutes so we get the ads.
Yeah.
So, and keeping this real short, real funny, real witty.
Is fucking broken. Literally just died. So I can't even see the screen right now. It helps.
It might have been a bit more.
Video.
Well, yeah, it might have been a bit more thorough if that was the case. But at the same time, it's not like if you isolate the actual the bit, it would be way too long to have been put in the actual video. So maybe it works better this way anyway. Although still, some pre-planning would have been great because then we could have put it out on the day. To be fair, I did make this stuff last night, and I could have bothered you. I could have. But it is the Overclock Workshop for this week. I can't believe it. All right, I'm gonna stop it before it gets to 10 minutes. We've got 8 seconds. All right. Thank you for watching, everyone. Thank you, Dio Historian. We love you all. Goodbye.
See ya.